Warning: the following video will contain ranting and hot takes regarding the Jurassic franchise. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody, this is Utah-Raptor 1987 here. So, I'm sure some of you guys remember a while back that I made this video. The top 5 worst Jurassic World dinosaur designs. And it was a video that I just wanted to make for fun. I wasn't really expecting it to get that many views. But boy howdy was I wrong. That video currently sits at over 22,000 views. That's more than some of the Q&A videos, the episodes for the Extinction Files, and even some of the episodes of Jurassic Sanctuary. That is insane. And I just wanted to say thank you all for your support. It really means a lot to me. However, while that video is considered one of my most popular, it's also probably my most controversial. Now, when I mean controversial, I do not mean saying anything offensive or anything like that. The reason why I consider it to be controversial was a claim that I made at the beginning of the video. And trust me when I say this, I'm not the only dino tuber who thinks this way. The claim was that the dinosaurs from the original Jurassic Park trilogy were considered accurate for their time. And I had a lot of people in the comment section pointing out that the reason why the Jurassic Park dinosaurs are no longer considered accurate by modern standards is because they are not genetically pure. Now, let me just start off by saying, yes, I am fully aware that the Jurassic Park dinosaurs are not genetically pure. I am also fully aware that the Jurassic Park franchise is not a paleo documentary series. All I'm really saying is that I'm starting to get a bit sick and tired of seeing the same old outdated tropes in most mainstream modern paleo media. Hollywood does not need to make their dinosaurs gnarly, awesome bro monsters in order for them to be scary or interesting. I know that there are two opposing sides as to why the Jurassic Park dinosaurs are considered inaccurate. Some people point out that they're inaccurate because they're genetically modified, while other people say that they were considered accurate for their time. And I just so happen to support both sides. I've also gotten comments saying that the reason why the Jurassic World films have barely changed the designs of the dinosaurs was so that they could stay consistent. Which is something I guess I could understand. But I find an issue with this argument. At first glance, the dinosaur designs from both trilogies may look similar, but upon closer inspection, you can see that the Jurassic World dinosaurs look very different from the Jurassic Park dinosaurs, and oftentimes look even worse than the originals. Don't believe me? Take a look at the Stegosaurus from the Lost World Jurassic Park. Notice how the tail is always held off the ground? Now take a look at the Stegosaurus from Jurassic World. Looks like it came straight out of the 1940s. Another example would be with the raptors. In Jurassic World, the raptors had their teeth going past their eye sockets, which is an issue that the raptors from the original Jurassic Park trilogy did not have. I know I've said that the dinosaurs from the first 3 Jurassic Park films were considered accurate for their time. However, there are a few exceptions. For example, they took way too many creative liberties with the Dilophosaurus by giving it a neck frill, making it too small, and giving it the ability to spit venom. The only reason why the velociraptors in the film are so big is because Spielberg and Crichton based them off of Deinonychus, because they took advice from Gregory S. Paul's book, Predatory Dinosaurs of the World, where he hypothesized that Deinonychus was a large North American species of velociraptor, which has since been debunked, by the way. And I know that scientists have known that some dinosaurs had feathers since the 90s, and probably even before that, But they did give the male raptors in JP3 quill-like feathers, which I know is not much, but it's at least a small step in the right direction. But other than that, for the most part, the Jurassic Park dinosaurs were what a lot of people thought dinosaurs looked like at that time. But as time went on and new discoveries were being made within the paleontological community, our current understanding of what dinosaurs looked like is a lot different from what we saw in the films. It's kind of like what Rick Raptor 105 said in his review for the film 65. The best part about reviewing any sort of paleo media is not going through a checklist and seeing all the details they get wrong. It's about seeing the details they get right, meaning they actually bother doing that bit of research. And if the filmmakers for Jurassic Park really didn't care about what was considered accurate for the time, then the T-Rex in the film would have looked more like this. So I hope that clarifies everything. So, with all that out of the way, now that it's almost been a year since I made the top 5 worst Jurassic World designs, I thought it would be appropriate to do a top 5 best Jurassic World designs, because there are some designs from the Jurassic World trilogy that are surprisingly good. For this video, I will only be discussing the creatures that have made their debut in the Jurassic World trilogy, so anything from 2015 until 2024. So that includes the 3 main films, the short films, and the Netflix animated series. I will still be judging the creature designs based on scientific accuracy. And just so that everyone's aware, some of the entries on the list are not technically dinosaurs, but they're still prehistoric animals, so I'm still including them in the list. So with that out of the way, let's get on with the top 5 best Jurassic World designs. So starting off at number 5, we have the Nasutoceratops. This ceratopsian made its debut in the Jurassic World short film Battle at Big Rock, and would later appear in Jurassic World Dominion and Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Like with some of the other ceratopsians in the franchise, the Nasutoceratops unfortunately has some of the same inaccuracies, such as being too large and having elephant-like feet. However, the one saving grace this design has is the head, because it actually doesn't look that far off from a real Nasutoceratops skull, which I think is great. There were several different variants of Nasutoceratops in the franchise. There was a female variant that had the correct head shape, there was a male variant that had more exaggerated features, and a little baby that, not gonna lie, looks pretty cute. Honestly, I think the female variant was the best one out of the 3. Overall, I'd say the Jurassic World Nasutoceratops is a pretty solid ceratopsian. At number 4, we have the Pyroraptor. This fiery dromaeosaur made its debut in Jurassic World Dominion, where Owen and Kayla encountered one on a frozen lake, where it swam in the frigid cold water. Okay, I don't know how plausible that is, but that's new, I guess. The reason why the Pyroraptor is on the list is because they finally gave us a feathered dromaeosaur, although technically the JP3 male raptors were the first feathered raptors in the franchise, but the Pyroraptor is the first fully feathered raptor in the franchise, complete with wing feathers and a tail fan. However, what prevents the Pyroraptor from being up higher on the list are for 2 reasons. The first is its size. Like with the other dromaeosaurs in the series, the Pyroraptor is much larger than its real-life counterpart. And secondly, that head is so off-putting. The eyes are in the wrong place, and the teeth go past the eye sockets. I mean, I guess you could argue that the filmmakers were trying to take an educated guess, since we don't really have that much skull material from Pyroraptor. But still, did they have to make it look that gnarly looking? Personally, I think I prefer the Jurassic World evolution to Utahraptor over the Pyroraptor, since it's also a fully feathered dromaeosaur and yet it looks a lot more pleasing to the eye. So, overall, while the Pyroraptor is a little rough around the edges, I'm glad we finally have a fully feathered dromaeosaur in the franchise. At number 3, we have the Quetzalcoatlus. And yes, I know this one is technically not a dinosaur. This Asdarkid pterosaur made its debut in Jurassic World Dominion. The Dominion Quetzalcoatlus is a pretty decent representation of the animal, from its general build, the way it moves, and they even bothered to give it pycnofibers, which I think is great. However, I still have a few gripes with the Quetzalcoatlus. For starters, the one in the film is way too big, even by Quetzalcoatlus standards. And the other is not really an accuracy issue, it's just that I kind of feel like the Quetzalcoatlus was a bit underutilized in Dominion. Aside from attacking a plane, we only ever see it make a few brief appearances throughout the film, where it doesn't really do much. I would have loved to see a scene in the film where it hunts for smaller animals on the ground. So, overall, I think the Dominion Quetzalcoatlus is a fairly decent representation of the animal. I just wish it got a little bit more screen time in the film. At number 2, we have the Suchomimus. This African predator has so far only appeared in Season 1 and Season 2 of Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Now, the Suchomimus was one of those dinosaurs that appeared in the Jurassic World website, where it was given a beautiful design. But just like with the Baryonyx and Microceratus, it had to be given a new design for unknown reasons. But in this case, I'm not really that mad about it, because this new design actually looks really good. I absolutely adore its color scheme and body patterns, especially the variant from Season 2. With its striking, almost leopard-like appearance, it's absolutely beautiful. As for its anatomy, the Chaos Theory Suchomimus looks pretty close to a real Suchomimus, which I think is fantastic. The only nitpicks that I have with the Suchomimus is that in the show, it's seen pronating its wrists. Also, I'm pretty sure a Majungasaurus would not be able to beat a Suchomimus. But that's about it. So, overall, the Suchomimus from Chaos Theory is absolutely phenomenal. And finally, at the number 1 spot, we have the Smilodon. And yes, I know this one is also not a dinosaur. This prehistoric mammal made its appearance in the 4th season of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, where it is the first and so far the only prehistoric mammal to appear in the Jurassic franchise. I honestly don't really have that much to say about the Smilodon, since they pretty much nailed it with its design. From its muscular build, long dagger-like canines, and short stubby tail. It's pretty much perfect. Although to be fair, it's kinda hard to screw up the design for a mammal, since we have a better understanding of them. The only minor critique that I have with the Smilodon is that in the show, the characters refer to it as a saber-toothed tiger, when the correct term for this animal is saber-toothed cat, because Smilodon is not related to tigers, or any other cat species alive today, because Smilodon, as well as other saber-toothed cats, belong to a subfamily of cats called Machairodontinae. So therefore, the one in the show probably would not have had that stripe pattern. I think a more appropriate coat pattern for it would have been a spotted dappled coat or a plain uniform coat. But that's about it. So, overall, the Smilodon from Camp Cretaceous is, unironically, the best and most scientifically accurate creature design in the Jurassic franchise. And there you have it, folks. Those were the top 5 best Jurassic World creature designs. But before I end the video, I think I might as well explain to you guys why I made the last video private. Some of you guys may remember a while back that I made the top 5 worst Jurassic World dinosaur designs video private. The reason for this is because I've gotten quite a few toxic fanboys and internet trolls saying very rude things in the comments. They were saying stuff like, "Oh, this is cringe. Oh, you're talking too slow. Oh, how dare you criticize the Jurassic franchise. Oh, go die in a hole." Something along those lines. And look, guys, I get it. My videos are not perfect, and I still have a lot to learn. I usually don't mind taking constructive feedback, but being straight up disrespectful is not acceptable behavior. Like, seriously, grow up. My channel is supposed to be a safe space, not just for me, but for the community as well. I love and appreciate those who support what I do, but I will not tolerate people who choose to be mean. I'm not saying you have to agree with anything that I say. All I'm saying is don't be a jerk. If you have nothing nice to say, just click out of the video and go watch something else. Don't even bother commenting, because what you say online can affect other people. I already have enough problems in my life, and I don't need more. I usually don't get that many rude comments, but when I do, they really get under my skin, because I have been mocked, ridiculed, and harassed by quite a few people in person throughout my life, and it is something that I do not tolerate nor condone. So I decided to make the top 5 worst Jurassic World dinosaur designs video private, because the mean comments had gone too far, and I honestly just needed a break. But now that some time has passed and a lot of people were asking me to make that video public again, I decided now would be the appropriate time to do so. But remember, I will still be watching the comments section, and any comments that contain hurtful language that targets either me or anyone else in the comments will be deleted. So, now that I finally got that off my chest, so tell me, what are your favorite Jurassic World dinosaur designs? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Happy holidays, everyone, and I hope everyone has a happy new year. Bye!